Namaskar. I'm Kumar Rakesh and you're watching Global Governance News TV. Today, the main news, lead news, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi got the notice from ED. It may be just a laughing stock for the other's party, but this is reality. And how it occurs in the ticket distribution of Rajya Sabha and Congress. And all the old icons of Congress are just, there's Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi they have just, you can say, uprooted them from their roots. And target killing number is growing. How the government failed, why the government is not trying to control, what's the reason behind it, and the caste census, Bihar, and Nitish Kumar politics. Now, news in detail. Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi get the 80 notices in National Herald case. Congress cries vendetta politics. I am surprised with the headings. Why Congress cries and vendetta politics? This case was filed in 2012. Carry forward 2015. Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi on bail. And these notices had been sent in the money laundering case that related with that case. How can you say in the vendetta politics just for the saving your skin? So, Congress Interim President Sonia Gandhi and MP Rahul Gandhi has been served notices by the Enforcement Directorate in the National Herald case, asking him before the agency. And Sonia Gandhi has been sent for the 8th June before, and Rahul Gandhi for 2nd June, but Rahul Gandhi is not in country, always I think with the other country. So he'll take the time. It's out time because he's out country. So Sonia Gandhi has been asked to appear before AD on June 8th June. However, Rahul Gandhi, who was asked to appear on Thursday, 2nd June, has sought more time. He's out of country. As per Congress leader Abhishek Manu Singhvi, the ED had asked Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi appear before it on June 8th. But how the Surjewala, the newly just given the price of the all, I think Hindi was very good, but already the followers, we can say, by targeting the Herald every now and then, BJP has disgraced and disrespected freedom fighters as their predecessors did not play a role in India's freedom movement. He also said the National Herald newspaper started in 1942. I think he's not aware of the history of National Herald. That was started in 1938. At the time, British tried to suppress it to the Modi government using it to the same. So how are you speaking lie, Mr. Surjewala? Go to the facts inside the facts. You are just your leaders they're trying to distort all the facts, just minting the money. All facts before the court. And you are trying to politicize the issues. There is no role of Modi government according to facts. As you know, as I know, everybody know. You're both leaders on the bail. And now this is a case, the money laundering case has been registered where there is no money laundering. How? How can it political cheapness? Now let us know the fact. National Herald is a newspaper founded by former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and other freedom fighters in 1938. This is the fact. You are talking 1942. It aimed to voice the concern of liberal brigade in the Indian National Congress. That is basically the Congress party mouthpiece. Earlier, Mr. Motilal Vora was a part of it. He is no more now. Earlier, Mr. Oscar Fernandez, the loyalist, great loyalist of the family, he is also no more by chance. But all the notices served, including the Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi also. Now, Pawan Bansal is appearing before the court on behalf of Motilal Vora. Actually, he is also national treasurer. That time, Motilal Vora was the treasurer. The decision was published by the Associate Journals Limited. This is matter of the share transfers, how you are making the money to share the transfer and company ownership and partnership. And you are just a scam more than 2,000 crore. And case already exposed, became the mouthpiece of Congress Party after independence. Now, today, Minal Pandey, like editors, he's always looking after the National Herald, knows even all the Congress-oriented journalists are working there. They have been paying also. In addition to National Herald, ASL had the two Associate Journal Limited publication Hindi and Urdu. However, paper was shut down 2008 with the outstanding debt of 90 crore, 90 CR INR. The national matter came to the fore when the former BJP MP Sonia Swamy filed a case in Delhi High Court accusing Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi of land grabbing and misappropriating funds worth thousands of crore of rupees. He alleged that Gandhis had acquired a public limited company, ASL, Associate General Limited, through a privately held firm, Young India Limited, in which Rahul Gandhi was the director. Many shareholders of ASL, Associate General Limited, including former Law Minister Shanti Bhushan and former Justice of Allahabad and Madras High Court Marcus Garju, said that they were not served any notice when YL record control over it. They said the share held by the fathers were transferred to ASL to 2010 without their consent. So we can, Swaram Swamy in the complaint alleged that YL took over the assets of AGL, including the Herald, in a malicious manner to gain profit and acquire assets worth about 2,000 crores. Swamy also alleged that why Young India Limited had paid rupees 50 lakhs to obtain the rights to recover 90.25 crore INR that ISL owed the Congress Party. The loan has taken by ASL to start the newspaper. Swamy also alleged that loan itself was illegal and it has disbursed from party fund. ED probe the case began in 2014. It started investigation to verify the allegations of the money laundering. So how you can say this is a politicized case? This is a very old case. If you think about the case, Robert Vadra land grabbing case, so that time this is also a case of 2011 and 12, and Modi's government came in 2014. So this both cases before 2014. What your scenes were committed that before the 2014, now it is carry forward. A law is taking the own course. So how you're blaming the Modi government? Whoever concerned, who was a sensitive person, a legally aware person, how can you just blame the Modi government taking the political vendetta? How? So I think on this case, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi on bail. So they should understand the sensitivity and legalities of the matter. At that time, Kapil Sibal was just advocating themselves. Now Abhishek Manu Singhvi, actually, but Kapil Singh has left the party and just shook hand with the Samajwadi Party and got a Rajya Sabha in the coming days. So now there's also not will in Congress. Congress divided on Rajya Sabha ticket row, conceal the final call lies with leadership. And some old loyalists, just his many talented leader, Mr. Pisha Dharam got Rajya Sabha. Vivek Tankha, nice leader, good advocate from the Madhya Pradesh. He's repeatedly the second time for Rajya Sabha. Mr. Rajiv Shukla, I think fourth time, the former journalist and the Cricket Control Board and many just all owning the media house. The fourth time he just coming from the Chhattisgarh. So many just if you talk about the Mr. One Imran Pratapgarhi, Nagma just he just refuted like anything. So just how they came from this party. The UP leader Pramod Tiwari coming from Rajasthan. Jairam Ram is again third and fourth time. Imran Pratapgarhi. How they are just selecting the candidates and what for? Ghulam Nabi Azad not in the list. Anand Sharma is so frustrated now. So G23 how just trying to revive the party. He has just one by one they're trying to broke them. And if you see Acharya Pramod Krishnam, he was a youth Congress leader. Now he's saying I know the many Congress leader who just hate the Hindu word. And recently, at least Mr. Acharya Pramod Krishnam, some left leader has just captured the Congress party. And repeatedly, they are insulting the Hindu beliefs and Hindu's theory and Hindu ideology. That is the main reason to Congress is going day by day in deterioration. And there is so many agents in BJP. I think this most of the things no. Actually, when the media asks Acharya Pramod Krishnam, you are going to leave the party. Well, no, I'm not going to the party, but this is a rumor by those who was trying to malign the Congress. So, secular in a different one. And if you know, Mahatma Gandhi was Ram, there's a very already pray the Ram, but I don't believe this. Sorry, how he just is saying, and that is fact. Indira Gandhi was devotee of Devraha Baba, but Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi can't. They are the dramatists. They can't believe in Hindus. They are basically for the Muslim and Christians. It is already obvious. So they have no right to say on that point. But Nagma also refuted like anything. And if you see many leaders, and Majid 23 leader Manish Tiwari has compared entire size of parking slot, questioning the importance. The work at the Rajya Sabha has made to his stopped work is now became a parking slot. But think that India has need the Rajya Sabha or not? Really, is very right. In the first list of countries approved by the party president Sonia Gandhi, many old guard, just like C. Chidambaram, Vivek Tankha, Jairam Ramesh, and Randeep Surjewala, who lost his own constituency in his own village, his own assembly, he has given the Rajya Sabha ticket. But Pawan Khera and Nagma, the party spokesperson, actor and politician, expressed their displeasure at not making the cut. So there is a possibility that some Congress MLAs cross voting in Rajya election to Pratapgarhi condition Maharashtra and Rajasthan also. So that's why I think with that hope, GTV chairman Subhash Chandra has filed a nomination from as an independent candidate from Rajasthan. So it may be the new game. So just to defeat the Congress leaders. So Congress should analyze their status and the condition, whatever they are doing. But whatever is going to happen, only Congress will face it. And if you time a break, and after break, I'll come to you again and discuss about the target killing and the new politics of Nitish Kumar. Welcome to the break. And target killing is so far a year in Kashmir Valley. JK Police DGP Dilbag Singh said those targeting minorities, civilians, and people in government are propagating fear since local residents stopped responding to their dictates. That's why. But this is other interpretation. But Congress Valley has witnessed at least 16 targeted killing, including police officials, teachers, sarpanch, since January 22 this year. Why, Mr. Dilbag Singh? What you're doing? What your police system doing, Mr. Singh? How you're just controlling the JK situation? Why you like officers blaming the government due to the great work of the Modi government? You're trying to paint another way. Your officials, if you believe the Kashmir Files story of the Vivek Ranjan Agnotri, whatever you find that just abrogated the 370 and 35 no more in Jammu Kashmir, but the system, the police officials, the main officials are still there who are supporting, who are just supported to the, I think, the old, the separatist. And if you, this episode of target killing spiked after February 2021. In 2021, there were 35 targeted killings. When the son of proprietor Krishna Dhava in Krishnagar was shot inside the restaurant, it's come to gunshot injuries at the hospital 2 days later. On October 5th, 2021, prominent chemist Amal Bindru was killed in his shop, prompting outrage from the political leadership society. 2 days later, the Supinder Kaur, principal of Government Boys Higher Secondary School Sangam, and Deepak Chand, teacher of the school, were gunned down after the assailant checked identity cards of the school staff. Last year, 182 militants and at least 35 civilians were killed in the valley. Why and what for? Who is responsible for that? Why not government is taking the stern action? Why on the making the political statement? How today with the Rena BJP unit, JK, how just only making the statement? Please go inside, just sit on dharna for that joke, that's bureaucracy. Those who are not implementing the government order in many ways, according to my reports, according to my news. So at time targeted attacks were increasing in Kashmir. Police had attributed this killing to huge number of terrorists of all outfits, especially their leadership, destruction of their support structure, and continuous effective maintenance of law and order. But what the police is doing? Police ability have become frustrated. This is not proper statement. Sorry. Change their strategy to target the unarmed policemen, innocent civilians, politicians, now innocent civilians from minority communities, including women. So this is made a political statement, but you should be the ground reality. You should go there on that. Security forces also highly use the pistols in the killing as can be easily concealed and transported. Additionally, they said that these acts are committed by newly recruited terrorists, those who are about to join terrorist rank. In some cases, overground workers have been found directly involved. So recently, the teacher Rajni Bala, the Rahul Bhatt, how and why, what there? Since the beginning of the year, members of Panchayati Raj Association, including the Sarpanch, had been shot dead. How just situation normalize? We appeal to NSA also. Ajit Doval is a competent person. He has done a lot for the Jammu Kashmir, trying to do. But where we have become the failure, why and what for? We should be just to go more alert. We have find the moles in our system and out. The Kashmiri TV actor was shot multiple times inside her home. Family is still grappling by the reasons why she may be targeted. May 25. On last Tuesday, yesterday, teacher from the Samba Rajni Bala had become the most recent victim of spate killings as suspected militants attack on her way to work the school in Kulgam. So I think this is a alarming situation for the government, for the public of Jammu Kashmir, and whatever they are doing, and making a statement, the Arvind Kejriwal, why they're sitting here there? They're only just adding the fuel of fire. So I think I'm not going the statement of the opposition leader, but the government of India, government of Bharat, and the Jammu Kashmir should introspect and find the solid solution. Otherwise, no any Kashmiri Pandit rehab, no will go there if this situation like that. So we should understand. So, and new politics of Nitish Kumar for the caste-based census. The count there, the census will be held in Bihar to avoid any wrinkles. Today announced Nitish Kumar. Here just focusing on I 2024. Somebody also saying he's also interested in vice president is coming the 10th election. And there is a politics has started for the president and vice president. So how it will be gained, president and vice president, who will be, it is also a matter of question, but how they're focusing Nitish Kumar. They're supported by the all party. And already he has today told the media we'll propose a caste-based count, no census to avoid legal complications. After that, same cases will be there. And only for vote politics, you are trying to divide the society on the caste basis. I personally oppose the reservation in society and caste-based situation in the country. If you do that, country will not survive, country will not grow, state will not grow, as I think. He said both the suggestion include BJP, which always expects huge reservation with a caste-based census. There's total politics, and they are united on that for their vested interests, whoever party is there. The implemented proposal passed the state cabinet aim is that every society can progress properly. Still what you are doing last 15 years? Which caste has growing and growth is remarkable? And any Yadavas in the Lalu Yadav regime grown like Lalu Yadav? No. Now his family is growing. So this is alarming people of the public also. The Bihar Chief Minister meeting reportedly spilled the time from the census, assuming parties or government resolved to proceed the caste count. He did not elaborate, but opposition leader Tejas Yadav RJD seated next to him into the exercise could be carried out of the festival season. States like Karnataka, Odisha, and Telangana have carried out similar counts in the name of the socio-economic survey. Only this is a vote politics, nothing else. Whatever you packaging socio-economic survey, but how the society is going to strengthen, how the economic situation of the public is going to strengthen. There is no worry, no tension for that. Only tension for save their seats. To whom it may concern all the parties. There are no income tax filing for any parties. There are no RTI for any party. Why and what for? How you are excluded from the society and our public? All public only for voting, nothing for any facility, no any protection. So national caste census took place when the current Congress led OPU in power, but data was not released on technical ground. The BJP government refused to carry out caste-based census, but left the states to go for the caste down. Just same situation. Either the figures come from the state. What is central? This is all the state line. That central refusal to take head out of any social groups, and scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Nitish Kumar offered to invest a survey on his own. And Nitish Kumar, Janata Dal United, JDU, and BJP are alliance partner in Bihar. Nitish Kumar met Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi last year to press for a caste-based census, heading an all-party delegation. Most parties in Bihar, including RJD, has called for a caste-based census, while the BJP has been caught between the demands of Bihar unit and the central government stance. Central believes the caste-based census is a divisive exercise, but Bihar political parties, including the state BJP leader, argue that knowing the caste constitution of the population will lead to better, more focused policy for the most neglected society. The central government told the Supreme Court last year the caste census backward class is administratively difficult and cumbersome. The RJD says the last census in India took place in 1931, and all government policies are framed according to data. Back them. Just we'll see how the data back them, how the growth will be there, how the development record will be written. Time will come, and this, I think the Nitish Kumar focusing on the 2024 election and trying to play new politics as last election. He already announced this is his last election, so people voted for him. Although numbers of BJP is more, but BJP played his commitment and for the maintain the relationship with the JDU. So this is the fact. So next we'll see how the new politics of Bihar is going to equate now. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.